Big Huff Daddy here, talking about these games, these two game fives. Miami, woof, that's at 15-35. Jesus, that was a real statement game. And then I'll just go ahead and talk about that first. And I didn't even really take notes on that second half. The first half, they were pretty dominant, and then they just came in and smacked them down. It looked like the third quarter was actually a little closer than I thought it was going to be, 25-22. But that fourth quarter, 39-19, a 20-point blowout quarter. Oof. Oh, man, where was Philly in that fourth? My God. I'll just go ahead and pull out these stats right here. 28% from three. I mean, we kind of saw this the opposite way when Miami was in Philly. Miami was over there shooting them 20-something percent. I think I remember like a 20% game. In that last game, game 4 in Philly, Miami shooting 39%, 13 for 33 from the threes. And let's go over, look at these turnovers. 15 turnovers compared to Miami's 11 turnovers. Both got 8 steals, and Miami has 2 more blocks. One thing I see right here, these assists, 26 assists, which is really good because that when Miami was in Philly, they were not getting a lot of assists. So it's good to see Miami get these assists, and really just this dominant win at home, because when they were in Philly, man, it was a completely different story. And we're really seeing how these home teams can really put down the work, hold the home court, and just play completely different. Let's go ahead and look at these Heat, the number line in the Heat. I mean, we got PJ Tucker 10, Hero 10, Oladipo 13, Bam 12, like these double figures. Even Butler only had 23, but like I said, those assists, Butler had 6 assists, so he was doing good. Strus with a double dub. I was talking about Strus in the video beforehand, talking about we need to see him hit them threes, and man was going off. 19 points, 10 rebounds. Good game for Strus. Hero came out there. He did a little thing. I mean, it's all around team win. It was good to see PJ get there, get some points also. Let's see what Harden had, man. Harden for 14, like that. Ugh, that's unacceptable. Embiid 17. You know, he had a rough outing with his mask and his face after him and Deadman with that little rebound play and got him in the face. But nobody else over here in double digits. Your big three doing their thing in double digits, but only 12 points by Harris and 14 by Harden. Maxey, only 9, 3 rebounds. Melton, 9. Like, these are guys that were giving him, good points. Green, only 6 points. So these are guys that are giving him good points, and they were playing a lot better when they were in Philly. But on the road, they're not really playing too good. So good to see Miami get that dominant win. And I caught them highlights for the Mavs in Phoenix, and it looked like Dallas is really holding their own in that first half. But then looking right here, this third quarter, looks like that third quarter was their turning point, 14-33 for Phoenix. So only 14 points for Dallas. Dallas is a pretty high-scoring team. We saw them scoring, 30 points plus a quarter when they were at home. Kind of just still going on that, how home teams right now in the playoffs are performing a lot better, except for the Boston Milwaukee series, where I think each team has a win on the road. So, oh man, that's a completely different series. Looking at Luka 28. I was gonna say only 28, but it's not like only 28. This man is. Watching them highlights, man. He is such a good scorer. He's an incredible scorer. He's got moves on moves on moves. But he doesn't really have much help. Bullock, 0 points. We scored the same points. Powell, 0 points. How Bullock you to play 35 minutes and no points? 30. Oof. And nothing, man. No, you got no hope. Luka has no hope. If he got a legitimate superstar to help him, this would be a completely different story. But he just needs a little bit of help, man. He can't really. He can carry the load for only so long. When you're playing a number 1 seed at home, these are good teams all around. We have Aiden with 20, Booker with 28. A point guard, only 7 points, 10 assists. I want to see if I could get the. It won't give me his turnovers. I'm trying to see how Paul did, but it really looked like Booker was. It was his night with that 28 and 7, and then we had Aiden with 20, and Bridges. We saw Bridges scoring pretty good also. So it was that second half. That third quarter was really the main thing for the Phoenix Suns last night. Let's look at these assists. 28 assists versus for the Phoenix Suns versus 9 assists for the Dallas Mavs. So that's Mavs real ISO heavy. Like I said, Luka's got to get some help out there. He doesn't really have much help, man. Points in the paint. 44-24 Phoenix way. Phoenix dominating that paint. Anything else really doesn't really pop out to me. Total rebounds also. Phoenix, that rebound game, I remember I made a point that Aiden was going to be a big factor in this game because Dallas doesn't really have real size. They don't have a legit 7-footer, so this is really Aiden's time. Total rebounds 50, 12 offensive rebounds. So that's just dominant points and dominant play in the paint. That's what I'm trying to say. Jesus. Field goal percentage 50, 49.4. So both home teams taking care of business at home. Both number 1 seeds really showing why they're number 1. Dominant performance at home. This is why you need the home court advantage throughout the playoffs. 120-85 Miami versus Philly. And Phoenix Suns 110-80. So that's kind of the recap for the games last night. Go ahead right into these quick picks. See the thing about this Warriors in Memphis game tonight at 9:30 is the health of Ja Morant. Warriors coach Grizzly, Ja Morant out for game 5. So the series might be over, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, the series might be over. With bone bruise in the right knee, Ja Morant doubtful return to the playoffs. So even if they get past this game 5, he's doubtful to return. So we'll call it, man. I'm going to call it right now. I'm calling it 6:55 in the morning. Warriors are advancing to the Western Conference Finals, most likely versus the Phoenix Suns. Just like my bracket has. So, but this next game, or the first game in the East, the battle of the green teams. Oh man, series tied. Boston really they showed some dominant performance in Milwaukee that game 4. I really want to see Giannis give me like a nice 35-40. I got this going at 7. I got Bucks in 7. So we'll see, man. Both of these, man. I'm so glad that I get to watch these games. This series, man. This series is incredible, man. Both of these teams are playing hard. Both of these teams got good defense. Both of these teams could score. They're Middleton. Bucks are really missing Middleton, man. That last game in the last like 5 minutes, they really missed Middleton. So I'm going with Boston. I'm going with Boston today at 7 p.m. and I'm going with your Warriors to close out the series today at 9:30 in Memphis with no Ja Morant. It's gonna be a close game though. You know, everybody's gonna be performing a lot better. The Grizz missed Ja Morant, and they played really good without him. So it's not gonna be a pushover. It's not gonna be like a super blowout unless they have like a 30-point to 19-point third quarter, kind of like how the Suns had last night. I expect it to be a close game, maybe less than 10, like a 7-point game for the Warriors. But the Warriors with that championship pedigree, just the experience that they have, I think they'll be able to take care of business without Ja, with Memphis. Having Ja out, man, it's a big blow to them. So that's it for this morning, man. I got Boston and I got Warriors today. Big HD ENT in full effect. Like, subscribe, comment. I will be back for the halftime tonight. The battle of the green teams. Let's go.